We've got some more Super Famicom games here. This is Seiken Densetsu 3, Trials of Mana to me and you in the UK. I hope I said that correct, probably not. Now, it's pretty useless to me because it's obviously text is in Japanese, but I'm such a big RPG fan and I just really wanted to own it, really. And it's a nice cover. Really good condition here. You can see a bit of a sneak peek into my other games collections here. But maybe that's for a future video if you're interested. And this one's pretty useless too. But again, it's a really good game. It's called Front Mission Gun Hazard for the Super Famicom. It's just very heavily text in Japanese. But I bought it. I picked it up. And again, it's such good condition. I just really couldn't resist that. The next one we've got here, I've got the Super Famicom version of this one rather than the English one. I don't really know why. I think this cover really pops. It's quite nice, quite funky. Kind of cliche Japanese, isn't it? But yeah, I bought that version. Now, please guys don't slate me for this, but I just don't like this game a great deal. I would have much preferred to see a direct sequel to Super Mario World, because I know this title's like kind of like Super Mario World 2. But I just find it just too babyish. I mean, it's playable. I get it. It's playable. It's kind of like a Yoshi game, but it's just that Mario's a baby game. Wow, wow. Oh, I just find it. I just feel just so babyish, and it's just not for me. But please, just understand that's my opinion, and you're probably wondering why I've got it in my collection, but I don't know. I'm contradicting everything I do here, aren't I? But I like the front cover, and I respect the game, but it's just not for me. But anyway, that's that game. So the final Super Famicom game is a Final Fight. Now, I do urge people, really, if they've got a Super Nintendo, if they are able to play the, if they can, like, you know, mod their systems or get like a converter or something, is definitely invest in the Final Fight, the Japanese version. I just can't see any reason to own the English one. It's just so heavily cut. It's just completely censored so bad. It's just so far away from the original. I mean, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking of the guy when you smash the car up. You know, it changes the text there, the soundbite. He says, "Oh God," whatever. The women, they're covered up. You can't even see like the clothes. I think they even put like I forget now. They even put like replacement baddies in there. It's ridiculous. They changed the names of the bosses. So the first boss, obviously, is Damien, isn't he, in the UK? And he's called something else in the Japan. It's just so many different things. And like, I think when you fight Rolento's a different name. Oh, it's so heavily censored. So if you are a Final Fight fan, I just can't see any reason to get the UK one. So yeah, and the front cover is pretty cool. And of course, it's a lot cheaper than the UK counterpart. So that's my Super Famicom. We're going to jump back now with my final console variants and carts, and we'll pretty much wrap up this video. So let's go on. Here are my Super Nintendo carts. Now, the idea is to get these complete in box or move them on in the future, really. This one I've actually got complete recently. Rather than read all the names out, I'll just go over them slowly, and you can see what I've got here. Nothing too fancy, just a quick kind of look. There's Dragon Quest V here, Japanese. See what you think. I really want Parodius. I want this one complete. Now this game I've not played. If you have played this game, let me know, because, well, I do test my games, but I haven't really played fully. Oh, that's a bit dirty down there. Ugh, don't like that. Is it worth like really getting stuck into that game, because I've never really had much experience with that one. And then I've got a PAL copy of Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Bomberman. So that wraps up my SNES carts. We're going to jump back now, the next clip, with my variants. So I'll see you shortly. This one is actually outstanding. We'll get to that one shortly. Now, unfortunately, this one has discoloured a bit, as is the case with these lighter consoles, especially white consoles as well. they tend to discolour, as you're pretty much aware. But what's special about this one in particular is it can play Super Famicom, North American games, and the PAL region. So yeah, so I'm obviously pretty happy to own that one. With an addition, of course, you can add the Super Game Boy and play the Game Boy games. So this one here is the All-Stars version. Never had this one growing up. I saw this in a CX for £90, all complete. Usually they separate the games from the consoles, but I've been quite fortunate when I've got consoles out of CX where they've actually put the cartridge in there. So I was quite lucky to have that. Usually it's an additional price. Well, that's in really good condition. Well, I wouldn't say really good, but pretty good. As you can see, there's some quite scuffing on here. Now this is the console I had. It's not my original, sorry. This is the variant I originally had growing up. The Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And there's something I can quite easily admit now. So when I was younger, my grandparents had a birthday. And I had the Mega Drive. And I wanted the SNES for obviously Street Fighter 2. And amongst other games. And I didn't want to go to school on my birthday. So I did go to school. And halfway through, I knew I had this bad boy waiting for me when I got home. And I just couldn't wait, so I pulled a truancy. I just went into the office at school, made out I was ill, and yeah, I skipped school to go back and play it a few hours early, and I don't care, it was awesome. I just don't care. I think my friends are pretty, had an envious eye on me when I did that, but you know, when you're a kid, you've got to do these things, you know, as old adults, you've got to be responsible, but I don't regret one bit. So there's always a fond memory of that. Unfortunately, as the years went by, I would have sold my original Super Nintendo. But I felt obliged to get that one again, just because my grandparents got me that back in, must have been, what, been 94, 93? I'm not sure. 93, I think. Yeah, I can't think straight there. But yeah, I think it was 93 or 94. Not too sure. So we'll skip this one for a minute. We'll go to my other one. Street Fighter 2, and this is pretty good condition, and all these consoles complete with their baggies and leaflets and the cartridges. And as you can see, one of the ones in particular is missing is the Star Wing, which I'm hoping to get. I don't know why I want all these SNESes, but I just do. I think I'm going to skip the other Mario World one. There's another one where it's more like a square than a rectangle box. I think I'm going to pass that one up. And the FIFA one, I think that's in Ireland, that one. And I know there's the German one, the Killer Instinct one, or European one. I'm not sure if that's UK, it might have been. There's just so many different variants. I actually had the case as well. The briefcase, the holder. I sold that because the latches broke. And yeah, I've had so many different Super Nintendos, but I'm hanging on to these ones now. So I just think I'm going to get the Star Wing one, and I'm done with Super Nintendos. I mean, I don't really need all these, really. It's ridiculous, but here's the original Street Fighter. Nice box, all complete. And finally, this one's in a box protector. It is the Super Mario World All-Stars combo. And this one is absolutely mint. Now, I don't want to sound a bit pretentious here, but I don't think I've seen a better conditioned SNES than this, ever. I might be wrong, but it's also another thing, if you're not familiar with it, it's actually the one chip. And I've confirmed this, I've opened it up. I've done the necessary research, and it is actually the... As I was saying there, guys, this is my best Super Nintendo. The condition is absolutely phenomenal. It's in a box protector. And unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be opening it. I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but I hope you understand that it's such good condition. I'm absolutely terrified of causing a discrepancy, a scuff, or any kind of damage. And what happens... usually is the case sometimes when you pull the polystyrene out, it actually flakes and it can damage there. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it in its box for now, but it's all there, the game, the leaflets, the controller, everything's immaculate. And I don't want to sound pretentious, but it's probably the best SNES I've ever seen up close and personal. That's just me, but there's probably better ones out there, but it really is a phenomenal condition. Now this is the one chip. Now I don't know how familiar you are with this. So some of the SNESes have got made near the end of its life have this one chip, which I believe, now I might be wrong because I'm not the biggest technical guy, I just like playing the damn games, but to the best of my knowledge, the chip in there, the one chip, improves the graphics very, very slightly or something. maybe it's the resolution, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it would be the resolution, it'd be the graphics, wouldn't it? Something runs smoother with this console. But I've opened it up, and yes, it's true. I've opened it up, and there it was, staring me in the face, the one chip. I've done the necessary research, and I was absolutely blown away by that. So yeah, don't get much use this one, because there's a bit of a backstory to it. The guy I bought it off, he told me the guy he bought it off, and he said he had it in his loft for 20 years, basically. It was an unwanted gift or a neglected gift, something like that, and it just sat there. So it's basically brand new. So very, very fortunate to have this console. It's kind of like a blessing, really, to have such a console in this prestigious condition. But I'm glad I can share it with you guys. So that about wraps up the video. I really do hope you enjoyed this, having some insight to my collection, and there's plenty more to come. I've got quite a big collection, to be quite frank, and I've got a complete Mega Drive set, Power UK. So if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe. I'll be doing that in the near future. And the direction I want my channel to go is generally going to be like car boots and pickups and stuff like that. But I must mention, I'm not a reseller. Things I get from car boot sales are generally what I want to buy and keep in my collection. Only rarely do I sell stuff. That's if I come across some swaps, if they, or trade in at CX, just to kind of fuel my collection of games I need. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So yeah, if you like the video, looking forward to see the next one. Please subscribe, because it creates the incentive to make more videos. And that's what I've got to say for now. But have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.